There's nobody yet. Here, let's... All right, we got 2. All right. This has been a disaster since I started. Here, I'm turning the camera around this way so I can actually see. That's better. Okay. What's up, Levi? So let me tell you what happened. I went to get on YouTube Live, and it didn't quite work out. Apparently, once you hit the go live button, you have to wait 24 hours before your first live stream can actually what happened. So, but my wife came up with a great idea to do it on Instagram, and then I got on Instagram and went live on the wrong profile. It's been a disaster since I started. So I've just been down here carving a little bit, just wasting time. Oh, so, but what I am working on today, though, this is the sign that's going to go out in the end of my driveway. Now, I know it's real hard to see from back there, but, and it looks, I'm very well aware it looks like a tombstone, but it won't when I'm done. I probably won't get it all done because I don't know how long Instagram lets you go live, but it's all right. But I took your advice, Levi. I did. What does it say? Yeah. It was just a pain to get started. So, that, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers to stream from your mobile device. So if I do a live stream via YouTube, it's going to have to be with my laptop, which is fine. That's not a problem. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, I took your advice. That's what it was. I changed the way I was saying it. I wrote it in runes, just like I said I was going to. And it says, if you are able to read this, welcome. And it's got my family. It's got Haas family on it. And established 2016. I got to carve all that. And then the big house number to carve out. And then I'm going to paint them all to make them look right. So, we'll see how it all goes. I hope it goes well, because I can't guarantee it will, but I can try. It's hard to see that line. There we go. There we go. I underlined it all the way around, so it gives it a nice little border. So hopefully that'll work out in my favor. Might not. But these carving tools are quite nice. I will say that. For being a cheap little set, it works pretty good. There we go. It's working. It is working. Let's see if you can see that. And it's giving it a nice little line right there. And then once I hit that with a little paint so it stands out, I think it'll look pretty good. Oh, that's all right, man. Pop in and out as much as you want to. I'll be here for probably as long as they'll let me. I don't know how long that is, but we'll find out. I think it's like an hour, hour and a half, something like that. But that's good. It gives me a chance to, you know, try it out and see how it works. All right, let's score this one now. to score it deep enough because it's got to have a wall to hit. Otherwise, you'll go too far with your carving blade. I've noticed anyway. So I can hear my youngest boy running around upstairs. Sounds like a herd of elephants. But yeah. You know, he said hi when I went live on the wrong one. But, okay. Wait, I'm not done. Probably should have marked this out in Sharpie. Oh well, too late now. I need a new light down here. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I know. Need a better light down here. Yeah, I was supposed to have a buddy, but you know, I'll probably save this and then it'll upload as just sort of a video. I was supposed to have a buddy, but I think he had to work later, so he didn't quite get a chance to come over anyway. That's all right. That's all right. I'll get him on the next one. Yeah, because he's a photographer as well, so he can help, all that stuff. I can't. Oh. Father's Day's coming up. Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It is. You know, you can tell you're getting old, and I say this, you can tell you're getting old when for Father's Day it's suggested for a light. I make the suggestion on any light, and it's, well, Father's Day's coming up. Yeah, you get old, it happens. There we go. Okay, nobody knew yet. That's all right. See if I can get it a little bit this way. There we go. Get that edge a little better. I say this is hard to do left-handed because I'm by far not left-handed. I think that's true. You cannot wait to give gifts. Yeah. If we get more people, I'll tell that story. He wants apple juice. I can hear it. Yeah, I need a light that like sits right here or something so I can get a really good... I have one of them forehead lights, but no, I'd rather not. I look goofy enough. I don't need to add to that, you know. Pretty sure everybody thought I was going live on YouTube. That was the original plan, but of course, things happen. Can't necessarily control it. I guess I wasn't fated to be on YouTube today. It's all right. I need a smaller blade for this. For these tiny little spots. There it is. Look at that thing. It's so itty bitty. It's hard to see. Put it against my mustache. Perfect for little tiny stuff. It's just the only issue with it is a little flimsy. Okay. My table right here is real light, where it's almost white right here, and the white lettering makes it. I get excited, I can't help it. It's true. You get extremely excited and cannot help it. And that's okay. That's okay. We all get excited, right? I know I do. Made my kid his birthday. It's actually sitting behind me back here. There it is. And it's killing me not to give it to him. Yeah. Kill me. I know I'm using these things wrong, but be all right. They're all right. I'm not too concerned about it right now. There we go. So much for. I don't know how to stand waiting to give him his gift. I have more patience than you. If I really had to boil it down, babe, I have more patience than you. It's just how it is. You can't wait for anything. So. Yeah. You struggle with waiting for your food to cool down. So, yeah, I just have more patience. If this is going to teach me one thing right here, it's how to use my left hand. I can tell you that. Because I am terrible with my left hand. Terrible. I'm going to stand up for this. Or stubborn could be that too. I don't know if it's stubbornness. I don't think it's stubbornness. I don't think it's you just being stubborn. I think it's you're easily distracted. So you just get excited over things. And yes, that includes food, because we eat good food here. Right? So, my stubbornness, that could be the case. Yeah, that could very well be the case. Because it's like, I wait for everything, right? I mean, it's like I could, it's like I could give it to him. I could give him his gift. I could say, hey, here's an idea. Let's give it to him so that way I can not have to worry about it anymore. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to look at it every day I'm down here. Every day. And then I'll say, I really want to give it to him. I really want to give him his gift. And then I'll think, no, I need to wait. And then I'll go back and forth in my head for a little while. And then I'll finally say, no, I'm not going to give it to him. And then I'll put it out of my mind. And then I'll battle with myself over and over again over it. That's just me. So yeah, stubbornness probably has something to do with it. I mean, you know me better than anybody. No, wait. It's will be special. Yeah, no, I'm gonna wait, and it very possibly is my stubbornness, and if that's the case, so be it. I'm not going to argue that fact, because I am extraordinarily stubborn. I get it from my father. He gets it from his father. It's a family trait, being ridiculously stubborn. And if my mom heard me say that, she would probably bust out laughing. Right? At least I think so. Wouldn't she? She would cackle over that. She'd think finally someone admits it. The fact that every man in this family is so stubborn it hurts. That includes both of my boys. We raise them stubborn. Just how it is. So. Oh, I know you're giving me crap. You give me crap every day. And you talk too. Huh. Yep. I'm that kind of husband. So I've got the first two words done. If you. Yeah, this is going to take a while. I probably won't get finished with this today. That's okay. It is kind of your job, yeah. Keep telling yourself that. Oh. I'm hoping more people join up. Join us in the live stream. You have great work ethic. Yeah. But that's not up for debate. That's not what we're talking about. Come on. I don't care if it's a little lopsided. They're rooms. They're not meant to be perfect. You know what I mean? It's about what you put behind them, what their meaning is. What takes the longest is putting the tracing it out with the blade. So, oh, wait, I missed some. Give me that small one again. There we go. Now, if you're wondering what these things are for, they're so, when I get into this, I can slide it against it and it won't go anywhere. Yeah. Currently, right now, though, they're in the way, so. This would probably be easier to do if I just, like, clamped it down or something, but I'm difficult. A bit of a headache. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, this is fun, right? So fun it hurts, maybe. Well, I mean, they're carving out pretty decent. See? They're carving out and they're looking like runes, so that's something. I mean, why not? mints because I smoke too much and I'm trying not to smoke on the live stream. I don't want to be a bad example. You know what I mean? I'm already a bad enough example. Well, but I'm basically just watching myself do this. So, this is fun. Beautiful. This one's really cool. This really tiny one's really sharp. It does. It cuts well. Okay. I just heard something crash upstairs. So yeah, I think the next thing I'll use these tools on will be pine, personally, because this old oak is downright difficult. That's an understatement as well. It'll be alright. The thing about the rooms, they're all drawn different and they all look different, so it'll be alright. Oh, I had an issue there. Don't do that. I like to keep all my fingers and my flesh. Personal choice, personal choice. Okay. Let's go for this one. Oh, I got 3 people. Oh, hi, Katie. I didn't expect you, but that's cool. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, to catch you up on what I'm doing, I am making a sign for the end of our driveway. I had to put a no trespassing sign up when we first moved in, and I'm just tired of it. It looks bad. It makes me look like I'm a horrible human being, you know. And I wanted something that spoke to me and was very to who I am and to who my family is. So I am making this sign. This is the size of it, but I am carving out a message in runes that says, if you can read this, welcome. Or if you are able to read this, welcome. With the house number on it, and Haas family, and established 2016. So I'm just carving it all out. I'm currently tracing out the next one I'm going to carve. So I just needed something new, something different. Because we've had that no trespassing sign since we moved in, which has been 7-8 months, I think. And I'm just tired of it. It makes me look terrible. It makes me feel terrible because I don't want to be the uptight neighbor. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna fix it. And I originally meant to do this on YouTube, on my channel, but there's all kinds of stipulations and stuff, and it wasn't going to happen today. I will be doing one later, but I figure, hey, at least I can do this, right? Which was Lauren's idea, by the way. She's a little bit smarter than I am, so it was her idea to do it on Instagram, because I was devastated. All right. It's working though. I am happy with how it's coming out. There we go. And then when I get it all carved out, I'm going to paint it. Or paint inside the runes anyway, to make it look like a rune stone. See, this is the one that I just did. It's coming out pretty good. Like, they are carving out, which is exciting. Thrilled with that. Bit parched. So that's currently what I'm doing, and I was talking smack to my wife because she was talking it back, but you know, then I think she got distracted by a 2-year-old. Easily done. So when I go to put it up outside, I'm going to put it in the ground with some old pickets that I bought when I built my gate for the deck. Got a couple of them back there. I'm going to cut them down to spikes and ram them in the ground and just attach them on the back. Yeah. But I've got to paint it and seal it and everything too, so. So it's going to be a few days before it's done, to say the least. Could be a little bit longer than a couple of days, but depending on how crazy things get around here. Now, like I said earlier, I was supposed to have a friend here helping me, but I think he got tied up at work. He did just message me back, but I'm not going to check it because I don't want it to mess up the live stream. So maybe, you know, he probably did. If not, he'll show up. I know he won't stay long. He's supposed to be in Mount Airy at 7, is what he told me. So he might show up, he might not. And that's okay. I get it. Things happen. It's not a big deal. Because I know how life works. Sometimes it doesn't. Right? We've all experienced that in some way. Hopefully it'll give me a notification that like I've reached the limit of time before it like boots me off, because I'd at least like to bring it to a close. That'd be fun when it mid-sentence it just shuts off. That's probably how it'll work though. And I don't know if you've ever used any of these, any of you, but if you have, they're great. They're fun. I love them. I think it's so much fun. But I'm a strange one, so. There we go. Starting to work. Starting to look like a little bit of a rune stone, let me tell you. I would at least like to get it all carved out before it kicks me off. I've never done a live stream through Instagram. I've done them through Facebook when I was on there, and they work pretty good, but sometimes they work. Sometimes they don't. Yeah, but apparently on YouTube, you have to, once you hit the live stream button, you have to wait 24 hours before you can actually do the live stream. It's sort of an authentication process or whatever it said. So, yeah. So I probably won't be doing a live stream tomorrow, but it'll be all right. This one. I want this one. Now, I don't know how much. Like, I know Lauren knows some about runes and stuff. I know Levi does. But I'll give you a little insight on what they are if you don't know. Runes it's the runic alphabet. It's what the Vikings used as their written form of language. But each rune, there are 24 runes, and each rune has its own meaning, has its own purpose in a spiritual sense. Each one represents something different. First one that comes to mind is one called Gibo. It's essentially just an X. And it is the representation, it's the runic representation of gift. A gift for a gift. Not necessarily in the form of a present or a package. It's more of a spiritual gift, a gift of your time or charity to others, doing things for others. But it also represents a letter in the normal alphabet that we know. Now, the runic alphabet is much older than the alphabet that we know today. But each rune is it's a representation of one of the, it's the original representation of one of the letters that we use today. And they're pretty straightforward when you learn them. There's one, Barcano. It's the one I'm working on right now. It looks like a bee, basically. When I get it carved out, I'll show you. But each one has its own representations, its own meanings, its own background. And it is not a spoken language. You cannot write them down and speak them. They have no pronunciation to them. No sound to them. I know that's where people get it confused, because they try to understand it and they automatically think of it as lettering like what we use on a daily basis, but it's not. You cannot speak it. So it can be written all day, and you can form any word out of it, basically. Some of them represent other or two letters, like Yera. It's Jera. Yera. It's Yera. It's essentially two arrows formed inside one another, like that. Okay. Well, I can do better this way. It represents the J and the Y in the alphabet, in the runic alphabet. So it doesn't matter. It takes the form of a J or a Y depending on the word. Let's see. There's Rado, which is the R. It represents the R, and it looks identical to an R. So there's that. It's not some crazy, form. It's right in front of my face. It's not exactly rocket science to learn. I know some people have struggle, or they have struggle. It's like a caveman. I know some people struggle with it. When I started learning it, I struggled with it as well. but it's because I went into it thinking of it as a spoken alphabet, and it's not. They have specific names. There's Ensus, there's Othala, Burkano, Manaz, Wunyo. There's so many. So many of them that, and you have to kind of rewrite your brain a little bit when you learn them, because they're not like the alphabet that we know, that we use every day. And that's what trips people up, I think. But once you learn them, it's easy to understand, and you get to where you can read it. You start to make those associations. So maybe with me doing live streams or my videos or something, I've already done video on the runes, but it was just an explanation of the runes. I've done video on all the runes, actually. And it was more of an explanation of the runes instead of understanding them or learning how to read them. But it's all about making associations, right? It's no different than learning another language, except this one you can't speak. You can't say out loud. Okay, let me show you. That is Burkano. That's Rado as well. Looks like an R. That's Burkano. Now, fun fact, this is the E. A-R-E. It's R, right? So, like I said, it's one of those things where there's a learning curve, but it's not that exaggerated of a learning curve. It can be done. It's relatively easy to learn. So if you want to learn how to write in runic, it's fun to do. So if you want to try and pick it up, that's fine. If you have any questions, send me a message. I'll help you learn. Oh, that's some tough wood. Yes, it is. Some tough wood. Oak. This is old barnwood. It's a 125-year-old barnwood. Yeah, something like that. 126. But it's old barnwood. Old. And it was given to me by one of my mother's friends. It's actually her hairdresser. She gave me this because at one point I had an Etsy store and I needed material, and they tore down an old barn and they gave me what I wanted, and I can always go back and get more. But I'd like to use what I've got first, because I got lots of it back there. Not all of it is salvageable, but you can. I'll get more if I want it at some point, right? There we go. It's coming along nicely. Coming along nicely. if you're wondering exactly what I'm doing, where after I use the one and it carves it out, I'm going back with this little one. I'm trying to get the edges to be literal edges, not just rounded slopes. Because when you take one of these or use this one and you run it in like that, it pushes down on it and it creates like a rounded bevel instead of an actual sharp edge, and it looks better with a sharp edge. So I am going back over it because I did watch a few videos on how to carve, and the intricacy to it is unbelievable. Doing it right anyway. So I would actually like to take my time. I mean, I could have grabbed a Dremel and just been done with it, but I bought these and I want to use them because it's exciting. I like new stuff. I like tools. So, yeah. It's all sorts of fun. I'm going to have to sharpen all these afterwards, but that's okay. There we go. Yeah, hardest part is tracing them out with these so you can actually cut them out. I'm sure if I was better at this, I could do it without having to trace them out. But I've used these 3 times since I got them, so still pretty new to me. And one thing they do say is trace them out before you cut them, if you know, as a beginner. Otherwise, you'll ruin whatever it is you're working on. So. All right. I like it. Ooh. I'm going to fix that. That didn't work. It like jumped on me a little bit. That's no bueno. But I have an idea on how to fix it. Just get some of this material out of the way here. Okay. So I'll be honest with y'all. I was very nervous before I started doing this. Before I got on the live stream, anyway. Okay. Just because live videos are very different than just recording a video. Because I struggle with my cursing on the daily basis, and then recording just a video and then editing it is fun because I can cut out anything that I say. With a live video, I have to watch my mouth. So I think that's why I was, primarily why I was nervous. There we go. I fixed it. Woo! There we go. I like it. Okay. That one's done. Okay, now I need to move these for a second. And I need to work on that outline again. Hard part is following that trace. Following that trace, getting it to work here. Because I don't want to get it too deep and then end up taking a giant chunk out. So like that. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Oh wow, I have 25 seconds remaining on my live stream. Yes, I speak like a Southern sailor. I've got like 15 seconds left. So I'm just going to cut it here, and I'll probably finish this in a video. But thank you all for joining me. I'm hoping to be able to do a YouTube one that's several hours. Bye.